Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. CNN's closing out the day with a baby rescue story from the Nepal earthquake of this past weekend. And if you didn't see my post on that, it was that earthquake was full of some very curious numerology and gematria, just like the earthquake in Taiwan less than a week before it. But since the beginning of my video, I've said whenever you watch these news stories to watch out for multiples of 11. They're usually signs of the hoax. In this case, even the word that they lead off here with, hope is a word with 44 gematria. Just like kill, just like earthquake with Pythagorean gematria. And the day of the Nepal earthquake was a date with 44 numerology, April 25th, 2015. 4 plus 25, 29 plus 15 more, 44. So this headline's got the 44 word in, and it's about the rescuing of a 4-month-old baby after 22 hours. The numerology of 22 is 2 plus 2 equals 4. Oh shoot, Truth Seeker. Maybe I have to pull it up real quick on my own blog. Bear with me. Scrolling down through the latest hoaxes. Here we go. 22 4-month-old baby pulled out after 22 hours, and the baby's name is Sonit Awol, or something like that. I might have butchered that name, but the point is, Truth Seeker, it has the gematria of 33, the number so often coded into the hoax. And when you look at these pictures and just think about it, imagine pulling out a baby from rubble after all these hours. It hasn't been eating, you know. You think the first thing they're going to do is pass it around the men and make sure somebody's got a camera to take a picture? I mean, give me a break, Truth Seeker. This news is embarrassingly fake. With regards to the earthquake, if you didn't see it already, it was a 7.8 magnitude in a town with gematria of 78. And maybe you're looking at that and going, so what? Big coincidence? Well, like I said, less than a week earlier, there was a 6.6 magnitude earthquake, and the town that it was reported in has a gematria of 66. 6.6 magnitude, 66 gematria. And whenever I see 66 or 6.6 related earthquakes, I get extra curious because the measuring agency has a gematria of 66, the USGS. They got all sorts of numbers on this one, Truth Seeker. 6647. We see those ones come together quite often. But yeah, the story of the baby makes me think that this Nepal earthquake might be a bigger hoax than we know. And for anyone who wonders why they would do this, it's all about raising money and stealing wealth from the people. People don't want to acknowledge how our wealth is stolen from us. They want to think that their taxes are going to something just. You know, if you just take off the blinders for a second, it's obvious that your taxes aren't going to anything just. The most just thing they're going to are the roads that we pack ourselves onto like ants in an ant farm to get to and from work, while our kids get shipped off to schools where they're lied to. And we shouldn't tell ourselves public school's free, it's expensive. As a homeowner, I pay so much in my property taxes to school. I pay $3,000 a year to school. I don't have any children, and I don't want to support this education system. I used to teach in it. I realize it's more broke than anything could ever be. You know, it purposely lies to kids. It employs people who have no business being in the classroom. They don't have the skills to teach. They don't have the intelligence. They don't have the energy. They don't even know how to work with kids. This is the description for way too many teachers in the education system right now. That is correct, accurate. We got to wake up, Truth Seeker. Baby hoaxes, earthquake hoaxes, Freddie Brown hoaxes. Whoops, did I say Freddie Brown? Look at that. They keep giving the characters names with color, even in the name. And their stories about dividing us over the color of our skin. Michael Brown, Freddie Gray. Oh, brother. All right, until next time. Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. I just want to close out by watching the mainstream footage of this hoax. Here we go.
We know the official death toll here in Nepal went up by at least one today. Neighbors watch from nearby windows, still clinging to hope. After all, this 4-month-old baby was rescued after more than 22 hours under the rubble, alive, with no apparent injuries. This man was buried for roughly 80 hours. Rescue workers administered oxygen and an IV drip while they spent 10 hours digging him out. There is hope everywhere you look, and there are reminders of the people who once lived and breathed in this tiny village. A child once happily sipping on this bottle or seeking comfort with this teddy bear pillow. A notebook, pictures of family, a pair of shoes. They were carpenters, mechanics, jewelry makers. And there are the survivors, old and young, and ridiculously cute. Just looking around this small little town outside Kathmandu, you get an idea of the type of people that lived here, the pride that they took in all things around them. This 5-story temple, built in the 17th century, stayed standing when so many of the surrounding buildings tumbled to the ground. These lovely smiling faces saw that as a blessing. Yes, a blessing.
Truth Seeker, they're sticking their 33s in the story right now. The word blessing has a gematria of 33. And notice how he said it twice. Yes, a blessing. And also, a 7.8 earthquake is massive. For that temple from the 17th century to be untouched, that doesn't sound real.
Even while the earth shook from its core. Last Saturday, at 11:56 a.m., a woman shouted out from her second-story window to alert everyone else to the initial tremor. But then, she didn't make it out herself. She died trying to save others. They've already been able to identify the person, this woman. She's 45 years old. They showed us this ID card. Her name is Pershwari. She has two.
Look at the number on here. 93, the number of Thelema, often having to do with death and sacrifice, and 59, what kill sums to in Jewish gematria. 9359.
Boys, they were able to survive, and now we know she has perished in this as well. It is such incredibly grim work. Can you tell me what kind of person she was? How would you describe her? She was a very good person, he told me. She was a mother, and she was my friend. It is clear, Punyashwari won't soon be forgotten. Yes, the death toll went up by one more.
Let's go back and look at that one more time.
She was a very good person, he told me. She was a mother, and she was my friend. It is clear, Punyashwari.
This is interesting, isn't it, Truth Seeker? It looks like most of the town did alright, but this building really got it. And this is where all the filming's been. I think this is the spot they were pulling that guy out of at the beginning. Truth Seeker, this is what hoaxes look like. This is all about stealing our wealth, raising money over nonsense. Think about how many times in our lifetime there's been a massive earthquake that's destroyed another part of the world. In our lifetime, the worst earthquake event we've seen is 1989 San Francisco, and it wasn't even really that bad. And we're a massive country. You know, you just think statistically, we would have seen something nastier by now. It just shows you that something's up, Truth Seeker. Something nasty is coming our way, though. We're going to be the punchline of this ongoing joke. Just wait.
Won't soon be forgotten. Yes, the death toll went up by one more today, but Punyashwari is not just a number.
I mean, did you just see what they were showing? Like four people with different tools, like looking like they didn't even know how to work with any of them. The stuff is just so made for TV. It's ridiculous.
She will be remembered, along with hundreds more souls who are still being recovered from this ancient city. Because the reminders are everywhere, growing stronger, like the flowers among the rubble. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN, Kathmandu,
Dr.
Nepal.
Sanjay Gupta. What a real bullshitter. All right, Truth Seeker.
We could
Have
tell
a
you
good night.